Hi everyone. This is a small account on my experience of Google Season of Talks 2020. So, first, coming to the timeline. In May 2020, the list of accepted organizations for GSoD were announced. So, there were several organizations like NumPy, Sympy, SciPy, and the projects were announced. Like they had specific pages or links that we could go to see which project ideas were there for GSOD 20. In July 2020 there was the deadline for the proposal submission, and before this all the talk with mentors and everything had to be completed. In August 2020, the accepted technical writing projects were announced by Google. So, from August to September, for a month, there was community bonding and finalizing what work would be done for each week and setting internal deadlines, like which module would be done for which week and everything. From September to November, almost for 2.5 to 3 months, we had the doc development phase where we had to code and we had to write technical articles. And 30 November to 3rd December, we had the project finalization report writing phase, and where we summarized all the work that was done during the project. This is the link you can go to check the timeline. So, is prior technical writing experience required? I would say yes to a certain level. That is, you can have research papers and articles published in certain conferences that will be really nice. Also, well written technical articles on Medium, blogs, etc., are also like considered as good examples of technical writing. Is coding involved? So, definitely to some extent, coding will be involved, and like it may be a lot of coding and it may be a little less. So some projects need creation of style guides completely, and some require like creating engines to render docs, which completely involves coding. Some are like my project, which is code snippets to explain technical documentation, examples of how to use different parameters in different functions. And some technical projects also include writing tutorials for documentation like Jupyter notebooks. So that also requires coding and understanding the framework. Talking about my proposal, the first section was the abstract, where there is a small explanation of what is the goal of the project and what I tend to like what I want to achieve through the project. Next is the current state and the previous work done. So for me, the current documentation of Sympy that had to be written, and previous work done like a style guide was developed as a part of GSOD 2019. So all that previous work on the if your project has some like connection to a previous year project, so that also has to be mentioned. Like if there is some improvement or if you're completing the project in that case. Next is all the proposed work, like which modules you tend to like you want to improve throughout the project and what's the goal. Prior contributions, like it's very nice to have PRs merged before, like a couple of them before the like application, so that these people know that you're very used to GitHub and contributing and having like you've set up the development environment. Nice. Project goals, simple. and a detailed timeline for each week, the modules, the deadlines for each week, and all that. And also why you are the right person for this project, which is a simple answer. So, some very frequently asked questions like each year we can submit three proposals, which can be in multiple organizations or the same organization. I guess it's better to focus on one organization or one proposal and give it your best. It is not compulsory to have PRs merged before applying, but that would be great. Also, like start early, as setting the dev environment and getting that first PR merged takes the maximum time. After that, it's really easy. So the stipend is also 3,000 US dollars. So a little about my experience. Sympy is a symbolic mathematical library. It is aimed at a complete, like going into a complete algebraic system, which is very lightweight and written completely in Python. And to do's before applying are just setting up the dev environment and getting involved in the community, like talking to the mentors on the mailing lists and getting feedback on the proposal before submitting it is important. That's about my experience of Google Season of Docs 2020. Thank you so much.